Hi again, it's Pierre. Welcome in the shop. This week I'm going to show you a little bit how the crane works, because I finished the episodes kind of rushed a little bit, and I wasn't feeling so great. You know, the flu, and got tired a little bit, and had to take a few days off, and kind of wanted to put up the last fabrication details on the tube. So you got it, but now I'll maybe explain and show more details about the crane, maybe operate it or simulations. I'm not completely used to operate it in the shop. I'll have to maybe reorganize a few things on the floor, but this will at least give you some kind of an idea if maybe you'd like to have something like that in your shop. Okay, so I won't operate the tools. I will just like stand at the tools like now it's the lathe. I use my DSLR camera here, which is just to some kind of a makeshift for the camera that's filming me now. Is the camera is going to be on the crane. So if I want let's say a shot from the end, just working towards the chuck and you know, seeing the part being machined, or that's easy. Just put the crane there. If I want a higher shot, I can get the tripod higher and adjust the camera. Then you have a shot from higher up angle. I want an overhead shot. That's not too hard. And always like the tripod, nothing stands in my way, so I can work without just tripping on the tripod or shaking the camera. And there's no vibration from the machine that will affect it. So this is like an overhead shot. I'm just kind of clearing enough to have a clear, you know, like a clear working space. No tripod, no nothing in there, so I can handle the levers, the wheels and everything on the lathe without tripping like I did a few times before with the you know, with the tripod in the way, the camera in the way. This can, you know, like get an angle where I get the whole work, you know, if I got a bigger piece done or something. Overhead work here is pretty good. If I need to give me a shot there, that's also feasible. The tripod will have to be placed differently a little bit because it's hitting there, but one thing I'll need is a more solid tripod. But okay, let's say I need a shot there for this way. At the same time, you'll see I'm taking pictures of the different angles, so you'll be seeing what the camera is seeing. And this is one from here. And just I can still operate it, and I know it's there, but there's no nuisance in this area on the floor there where I can still maneuver the wheels and levers and everything. So that's a nice clear area where I can work. That'll be about the same thing with the milling machine, but this gives you like a good demonstration on how things can work with this. These two bars here are adjustable. Like if I pull in or out, let's say the bottom one, let's say, will give me my angle here if I want more or less tilt. But I still have that versatility with that. It's a cheap head, but it does the work. You know, like it's turning like 360 degrees like this here, and it's up and down like tilt, you know, tilting up, tilting down. If I want to, I can put the camera reverse on this, so I can have the lever in the other direction, which will allow a complete turn like this, and up, you know, just shot from under, shot from on top, different angles. If I want to adjust the tilt, these, like even the cheapest head have an adjustment on the tilt there, and that's an easy you know, easy adjust up and down this way. If I want to make a shot, and I can even just do shots by hand, you know, like just control, and it's pretty supple. It just goes up, down very supplely. There's a little bit of flimsiness from the tripod, but this will have to be changed eventually. I'm gonna give it a little shot on the scale, see how much this thing with the weights and the camera weighs. I'll give you a shot, like you know, a little bit later in the video. I'll give you indications of how much it weighs without the weights and weights in the camera and a few things like that. So you'll have I'll give you a few details and close-ups. Okay, this close-up shows the camera hung up on the end of the arm. The arm's about 4 feet long. Goes to the yoke. There's the tilt adjustment there if you want to lock it. Okay, this is where the adapter goes to the stem that goes into the tripod. This is a very inexpensive tripod. It's, you know, the legs are bending a little bit. This type of aluminum is pretty resistant, but see probably see the head. Am I okay? Yes, you see the head moving a little bit. There you go. From the tripod, the counterweight system. Just with this camera, I'm not exactly maxed out on the weights, but almost. And that could hold maybe a little heavier camera, but this camera is a D40D from Canon. It's not the lightest one, and the lens is like if you can get a shot of this. This is one of those pro lenses that are heavier a little bit than the cheaper lens, but it's heavier than the small video cameras. It's a little heavier than my little Canon video camera, which this one is an older from an older generation. It doesn't do video. Too bad, because that would have made a good camera for video, but very practical. I don't know if I can operate this with one hand. This turns the head there just about any angle, like this. It tilts like this. It can stay. If I pull on it, it will follow me very easily, just barely with the finger. I have to adjust the fine balance on it, but once you twinkle with it a little bit, it's just like, you know, just a little fiddling will make it nice. This bracket here, it can be installed on the top there. Just it's temporary, but just I have to get the right size bolts. You can put it underneath, upside down or upside up. The hole pattern, the 4 holes there are compatible whichever way you want to put it, you know, like in any 90-degree installation. Like you got 4 positions on this position, and you got 4 positions, you know, like you can turn like 90 degrees in the direction. So that's one thing you can just like choose at ease your position for the clamp. It's 3/16 thick angle aluminum. It's 60-61, so it's pretty rigid compared to steel. Not exactly as rigid, but it's decent. As far as weight's concerned, it's lighter than steel, much lighter. Aluminum is about 3 times lighter than steel and about half the resistance. So you still save about 30-35% of weight for you know, resistance with aluminum. I can remove some some parts there. I could go to the milling machines and shape up and make holes to you know, because every ounce added there is multiplied, like if you rotate this a little bit, you know, you multiply by about you know, maybe I think it's 4 feet and 2 feet, so you multiply at least about by 2, you know, like you have a factor of 2. If you put 1 pound at the other end, you need at least 2 pounds at this end to alleviate the weight at the other end. So like you have to consider that when you when you do you know, like consider a camera to be on the other end, or you know, whatever weight you add, have to compensate. And this part here, being closer from the center, is a little bit less effective than the weights added at the extremity. Like, I could change the way the weights are installed to compensate for that, and maybe would require a little bit less weight, because if I put, you know, in this direction instead of that direction, the weight will be always at the maximum distance from the center, and the farther from the center in the back mean the less weight you need. And that's about it for this part. Let's go to the weighing, you know, say how much it weighs. Okay, as for what you see on the floor now, this weighs 7.9 pounds, 3.6 kilograms. It's, you know, like not too bad for weight. As soon as you start putting weight on it, it can climb pretty fast though. The weights are here, and what's written on it is weight in grams. This is like, say, 744 grams, 2,128 grams, and so on. There we go. The camera we had, which the 40D from Canon with the lens, is 1.4 kilo. And the camera I'm having now is weighing about 750 grams, so it's about half the weight of this one, and pretty manageable in the end of the boom. If you get those little like here, GoPro-like cameras, 76-77 grams, with maybe a little mounting device, but it's just like, it's very light, and it doesn't require too much weight, like to counterbalance. Display, and get from my introduction place to over the late. Let me see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see what it does. So this is the same location, and this gives me this shot, and just by moving the the crane itself. I know that's pretty shaky shut. There we go. Shot from this direction. And that could be from higher up. It's not easy because I got the this is a pretty wide shot. Let me just adjust the height. Okay. And put the display so I can see what I'm up to. This I can machine. Yeah, it's about head level for the boom. I could put a little higher if I wanted to, but I can machine very easily. Access to every control on the lathe. I don't know if I can. There we go. Moving the carriage and just everything like it's a little bit above head level and comfortable. I can maneuver the lathe, go to my tool chest, and nothing's in the way. I'm starting to like it. I have to get used. It's like in a new couple. You have to get used to the new partner. I'm working with my JIB partner, so not Jim but JIB. I guess he'll like the Sejourn in the shop. Hi JIB, how are you this morning? And let's say for different shots, different angles, I still have to get used to it, but oh yeah, this is another possible shot, which before was kind of difficult to achieve. And a higher shot like this, where you see exactly from top, I could zoom in very close. Adjust this. I think we're gonna have a nice relationship here. There we go. I'm not actually operating, but yes, this gives me a decent shot. I like this. And I'm not going around with the milling machine, but about the same principle. I still have to reorganize a little bit to get better access to my floor space to optimize the jib placement, but so far I'm happy. Yeah, I guess some people might be interested into building one. It's not very complicated. Just let me know if you want some. They're not going to be, let's say, CAD drawings or things like that. They'll be like hand drawings, and maybe not exactly to scale, but I can supply a few a few details about it. I'm not planning to resell that or anything. I just made one for myself, and if I do improvements, I'll let you know along the way. And just if someone else can just get the idea from it and need some details, just I'm happy to collaborate with anyone that needs things for it. Just if you use it for yourself, there's no problem. If you want to commercialize and use exactly the same things, well, I'd like you to maybe let me know about it. So I think that concludes the kind of a formal demonstration of the JIB. So I'll be using it from now on, and you'll probably see you know, some better shots and fun things it can do. Like I'll be a happier camper without tripping in the tripod or just having the camera in the way all the time. Next thing I'll need is let's say a wireless microphone. I'm just a little bit tired of stepping on my tail, but you know, I'm not getting rich with the with this channel, so I'm doing it for fun. But I have to go with whatever the wallet can afford. Okay, so see you next time. Hope you enjoyed.